Any parting words for our viewers about tonight or about anything?
Yes, I just love the fact that you have this show, another platform to just get positive things out there. You're doing it, so I know it's
thank
positive.
you, man.
That we met because of the positive
That's
things
right.
that you're doing.
Yep.
Paying it forward, he mentors
Yes.
children. I love that about you.
Thank you.
So my parting words are just keep supporting Walter Kirkland.
Did you hear that?
Gloria Gaddy.
And Gloria, why is it a magical moment?
Because we worked so hard to get here.
What's up? This guy's about to make history. You know what I mean? He's about to bring the minor football league into the Washington, D.C. area.
Tell them about your business and what you do.
Oh, so basically I'm a network consultant for graphic consulting. I'm the president and the owner. Also the owner for the new MFL football club.
Hey, Alfred, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
Man, bless you, brother. Thank you. Alfred with the purple line.
Talking about legacy wealth.
Yes.
Building legacy wealth for ourselves, our families, and our children, our progeny.
Hey, welcome to Kirkland's Corner. I'm your host, Walter Kirkland. I'm excited, man. This is our first show. We have the great Mel Franklin, the young professionals, Richard Miles, Dr. Tommy Thompson, and Tonga Turner. Man, I can't wait. But hey, Mel, what's up, man?
Hey, it's great to be with you, Walter. How have you been?
I've been great.
Good. Thank you for having me. Been waiting to get on Kirkland's Corner. I tell you,
yeah.
This is the place to be.
Well, I want to congratulate you, first of all, on your being the councilman at large.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, yeah. I had the pleasure to work with
Right.
you as your field coordinator.
Right.
So how do you feel about being in the position now?
I feel great. This is a big county, so it's a transition from just being a representative of one piece of the county. Now I'm a representative of the entire county, all nearly 950,000 residents.
That's a lot of residents.
So it's challenging, but it's fun because we're one big county, but we rise together. And so you really see now more than ever how what happens in Laurel affects what happens in Brandywine. What happens in Cabot Heights affects what happens in Bowie.
Yes.
And Hyattsville and all the other places in the county. We can't look at Prince George's County in pieces. We have to look at how we build opportunity and prosperity throughout the whole county. We can't leave anybody behind. And so you really get a better view of that as a countywide representative. And that's I'm only starting in that role, but I already see it.
And you have a couple initiatives. We talked about this
Sure.
in the green room. Tell the viewers about some of your initiatives that, we did that food drive, which was phenomenal recently.
Absolutely. So there are a lot of initiatives we're focused on, but it all comes back to the notion of building generational wealth, particularly in communities that have been left behind. And then that's a critical sort of key to every other issue that we deal with, whether it's economic or educational equity, whether it's public safety,
Yes.
whether it's getting your pothole filled. It comes back to how are we generating a true economy here in the county? How are we growing our small minority woman-owned businesses, ensuring that our residents have a career pathway to good paying jobs with benefits in the county? How are we then leveraging those resources to invest in our young people, in our seniors, in our veterans? Those are all issues all connected to really building generational wealth and prosperity. So that's really what I'm focused on each and every day. A big piece of that is service. How are we uplifting those who are in need? How are those of us who are more fortunate rolling up our sleeves, whether it's hunger, homelessness, whether it's domestic violence, whether it's helping out our veterans, our seniors, our young people? How are we stepping into the gap the way you do with 100 Black Men as the founder of that organization here in the county? How are we stepping into the gap? Places where government can't go, but nonprofits can, service folks can. So those are a number of the initiatives we're focused on. But it comes back to this critical question of how do we build generational wealth in communities that traditionally haven't had it? Communities near the District of Columbia line who have seen generations of poverty.
Yes.
Where we see in the county our biggest challenges. How do we change those communities around and without displacing those residents, but actually creating job skills, entrepreneurship skills, resources, opportunities, elevating their schools so that they're not forgotten.
Because that's a part of your job initiatives program,
Absolutely.
correct? Jobs first?
So my campaign motto was Jobs First. It's named after a law that that my colleagues and I
put together,
which was rooted around this issue of keeping our dollars here in the county. When we spend money as a government on behalf of our taxpayers, let's keep those dollars with businesses who are located here, small minority and woman-owned businesses. Let's leverage those dollars to get our local residents hired, trained for those opportunities.
You did a conference, and I was lucky enough to work with you on that conference. What's the number of revenue potential in Prince George's County, Mel?
Just in the next several years, we're going to have $6 to $8 billion
with the B.
With the B in economic development happening in the county.
Unbelievable.
But the critical question is, are we going to be spectators to that opportunity?
Ooh.
Is that just going to be folks from everywhere else coming in? Well, is it going to be folks from everywhere else in the country coming in and getting that opportunity? Or are we going to cultivate a major portion of that for businesses that are here in the county, for residents who are in the county? Prince George's County is probably 80 to 90% minority. But when you look at how contracting opportunities go, when you look at development, that's not the picture you see in terms of the opportunity.
True.
We have to transform that dynamic. That's what building generational wealth that circulates in our own community here in Prince George's County. That's what it's all about.
Intergenerational. I like that.
And it then translates to getting your pothole filled. Because we as a county will have revenue and resources to provide you the high quality public services if we have the robust economy and tax base to deliver those services.
Now, what I want to tell the viewers that working with you on your campaign trail, there were people that complained and you responded, Mel.
Absolutely.
And you're a unique person. You're a good man. You're a family man. And a lot of politicians don't respond, but there were several people that, when they reached out to your department, you responded. So I want to say thank you on behalf of beautiful Prince George's County.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. I mean, no issue can be too small. When you're a local official, no issue should be too small. Yeah, we like to deal with the big picture, lofty ideals, but it comes down to that vacant house next door to you that you see strange people going in and out of who don't live there, who it really is turning into a drug house. That will, if you let it fester, become homicide later on.
Absolutely.
If you allow the communities next door to you to deteriorate, the park to deteriorate and go into disrepair, it will become a haven for crime. So the way we upkeep the property standards in our community will overall help the quality of life of our community. And that's all a part of generational wealth and community legacy wealth. If we do not care about the quality of our property standards, we won't have great home equity.
See, let me say something.
And that's where most of your wealth is, in your home.
You're right. I'm from New York. I moved down here in 2000, and I think we don't realize how lucky we are to be in Prince George's County, right outside of Washington, D.C. We take that for granted, right, Mel?
We do. And so if you go around the country, you rarely see neighborhoods after neighborhood after neighborhood of black, brown families who are doing very well, who have a lot of resources, who are essentially a unique sort of collection of folks that we have here in Prince George's County. You rarely see that. But what I really want us to understand is there's a difference between income and wealth. So while we are the highest income, predominantly African American county in America,
this is deep. Yeah, Mel.
That doesn't necessarily mean we're wealthy. Because a lot of us are in debt.
Yes.
A lot of us are underwater.
The big houses in Bowie.
A lot of us are underwater, right? A lot of us are underwater. And if your home is your biggest asset and you're underwater, that's negative net worth. So that's not legacy wealth. So we have to turn those indicators all around to really build generational wealth in our community. You turn around those issues with building a true economy here in the county. We've been a bedroom community for far too long, which basically means we go elsewhere to work, go elsewhere to spend our money, and just come here to live. That's all being turned on its head.
I know.
We want to be the economic destination for the Washington region.
We are clearly the benchmark. You talk about the population, you talk about the wealth here. We are the benchmark, and we can fine-tune this. I mean, we can put ourselves back on the map.
We have to build true industry. And one of the things I would do when I was on the campaign trail was I'd ask folks, well, what's Prince George's County's signature industry, right? You know, other jurisdictions.
You sure did.
Yeah, other jurisdictions you go and they might talk about the 270 corridor here, or they might talk about Tyson's and IT down there.
And what is it, Mel?
Well, we don't have one. And so it's a trick question.
Trick question.
And so one of the things over the last few years we've started to do is focus on what are the industries that we're going to make our signature industry. So we focused on 4 key ones: healthcare.
Healthcare.
The whole umbrella under information technology. We say information, communications, electronics, but really that's information technology. The federal government. So
federal government.
And then business services.
What's business services?
So business services are all the services that the
That
private
fall
sector
under private sector?
might provide for other businesses or provide for government, or provide in terms of professional services. So all that falls under business
services.
And then you have these supporting industries like tourism and hospitality and entertainment. Those are kind of
MGM and
right, and those are supporting industries to those other signature industries. And you build industry by keying in on your anchor facilities. So, for example, we have the flagship University of the state in Prince George's County.
Yes, we do.
Until the last few years, we had not truly cultivated it. That's starting to change. So if you go up the Route 1 corridor, you will see a dramatic change happening because we're starting to build a
Route
true
1 up to Laurel,
up to the University
of
so
Maryland.
Around the University of Maryland, Riverdale Park, College Park area.
I'm seeing that.
We are essentially trying to build a discovery district, we call it, which is which is a hub of innovative companies that are connected to the university. If you look at the regional medical center we're now building in Largo,
brand new one.
The idea is that that's going to anchor our healthcare industry as a county. So that's more than just a hospital; it's an economic driver.
I love it.
That we're going to essentially have a cluster around healthcare around throughout the county, and so. With a lot of our anchor assets in the county, that opportunity exists. We're successful at winning the Citizenship and Immigration headquarters that's being built right now.
Congratulations! I didn't know that.
At the Branch Avenue Metro Station. So if you go down to the Branch Avenue Metro Station, you will see a massive building under construction.
Oh, I've seen that. That's right. Okay.
That is the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services headquarters being built right here in Prince George's County.
What type of revenue, Mel, you think comes from something like that?
So it's going to be millions.
Construction.
But it all depends on how much we leverage it. It could be an economic driver, or it could just be an asset that sits as an island unto itself. It's up to us. So my message, and I really believe the message of all the leaders that have been elected, and I'm excited that we have a great new county executive, Angela Alston-Brooks. We have great new county council members that I'm now working with. We're all on the same page, and we're all focused on this issue of building industry here in the county, of growing our commercial tax base so that we're not reliant on residential property taxes. One of the challenges we saw during the Great Recession was that the Great Recession hit Prince George's County worse than any other jurisdiction in the region because we are so dependent on residential property taxes. That's because we have not done the hard work of building true industry here in Prince George's County. That's changing.
That's changing.
And so 10 years from now, I want folks to look at Prince George's County and say, wow, the healthcare industry is amazing there. That's where to go if you want to be a healthcare company in this region or get healthcare services. Go to Prince George's County.
So in your councilman at large position, do you benchmark other counties in the country?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. And I did that even as a district member, but all the time. And when I was chair of the county council, I essentially was a countywide representative as well. And so I've been doing that for many years. And you really see that the jurisdictions that are successful, they take advantage of the assets that they already have. Like we are home to Joint Base Andrews. We're home to, as I mentioned, Citizenship and Immigration Services is coming, but we're already home to the University of Maryland College Park. We have the Suitland Federal Center that's here in the county.
Yeah, we take that for granted, don't we,
take that for granted. We have the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center here in the county. We have a lot of anchor assets that we can leverage. We have NASA Goddard here in Prince George's County. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be building an entire industry cluster around each of those assets. And all that's a fancy way of saying we should have career pipelines for our young people into those, working with those institutions.
So last question, because we're going to close this segment out. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years with this county in terms of all the things you talked about? Where do you want Prince George's County, beautiful Prince George's County, to be in relation to the country?
So I really want us to be known as the greatest place to invest in the greatest region in America.
Wow.
I really want folks to have that understanding that that's what we are.
What else?
And that if you want to succeed as a business, you come to Prince George's County because we will make sure you get opportunity. I want 5 years from now, I want that message to be known nationally.
Permeated across the country.
And then I also want it to be known that when it comes to our young people, we are better than anyone else creating career pathways for our young people to be successful in the 21st century economy. That's where I want us to be in 5 years. And quite frankly, I want us to be able to say that we have made huge strides at developing signature industries like healthcare, like information technology, like the federal sector, like business services in our region. I think there's no reason why Prince George's County can't be known as the economic destination of the greater Washington region in 5 years' time.
By virtue of where we are, the nation's capital, why not?
Absolutely.
And all the transplants that's coming into this area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we want to say, I want to thank you for what you do as a councilman at large. I want to thank you as a friend.
Absolutely.
You're a phenomenal human being and your family. And just keep up the great work, and hopefully we'll have some positive changes that's going to happen in the county.
Absolutely.
Any parting words?
I am thrilled to have the opportunity to serve all of the residents of Prince George's County.
Yeah.
I truly believe that we are a special place in history.
Yes.
I believe Prince George's County is not here by accident. That when you look at our diversity, you look at the potential opportunity, that we can really show that if we can do it here in Prince George's County, it can be done elsewhere. You don't find this collection of diversity and education and talent in one place like you do in Prince George's County. That's our unique opportunity. Let's show the world that we can build a model of creating generational wealth for diverse communities that haven't historically had it. And we can create that model right here in Prince George's County.
And one last quick question, school system.
Yes.
Can you tap into that GPA situation with the school system, and how are we going to impact that from your perspective?
So I think all of this is connected. We have to create those career pathways so that parents know that if their child is in our public schools, there is a glide path right into a great career or great possibility, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's a career at a various profession, that you have a direct pathway from the Prince George's County Public Schools into prosperity in the 21st century economy. That's what we still have to work hard to do.
Wow.
We're building this new regional medical center in Prince George's County. I want us to have a clear pathway for every young person who wants to be in that industry to go right into that
Mel,
facility.
I want to say thank you. You're an animal, man. I love you. You grind, you work hard, you're a great human being, and just thank you for what you do in terms of the leadership with the council people and in the county. So, Mel Franklin, man. All right, so
thank you, Walter.
Great guy. Coming up next, we have a tribute with our young folks, which I mentor all the time. A salute to the young professionals coming up on Kirkland's Corner.
Very important. We are providing free turkeys, hams, chickens, veggies, fruit for those who are in need, and particularly those who are affected by the federal government shutdown. We're trying to show very clearly the federal government might be shut down, but love is not shut down. Compassion is not shut down.
Yes.
Serving each other is not shut down in Prince George's County. So we're here really to show that love and support. You see, we have hundreds of volunteers. We have hundreds of folks coming to get food. We're here to 2 p.m. here at Beltway Plaza, right next to TJ Maxx. Thank you so much to WPGC, one of our partners, as well as Beltway Plaza, for helping make today happen.
What made you think about this? What was the impetus of this, Mel?
Well, we wanted to make sure we had a day on today. This is very important. Dr. King's legacy, well, it wasn't just about having a day off, and watching TV. It was about showing that his memory meant that we would help each other. He said, everybody can be great because anybody can serve.
Yes.
And we take those words to heart. Today we're launching our Everybody Can Be Great service initiative. So this is the first of a year-round service initiative.
Outstanding.
So this is countywide, all throughout the county, and it starts today on MLK Day. And we know MLK Day. He died as a young man.
Yes, he
He's
did.
39 years
39,
old.
yeah.
And he was leading bus boycotts when he was in his late 20s. He did the I Have a Dream speech when he was 34. Passed away at age 39. He was a young man changing the world. And we really want our young people to know that you don't have to be a senior, you don't have to be my age, you can be a millennial and be the greatest change maker in history, the way Dr. King was.
Welcome back to First Table here in Urban Style Media, and right now we have Mr. Darren, CEO of Provide My Sheep. So how would you say this turnout, ended?
This actually turned out pretty well, more than what I thought it would actually, because of the fact that we're in the mall, there's so much going on in the mall, people actually being drawn to be able to be a part of what we're providing for them, giving away food, giving away toys, giving away hope, giving away love. So I think this is actually a great turnout as far as the busy season, being able to engage with our community. So that's what I like about this.
Okay. And I see what you did. I see what you did here. You provided food for those in need. How would you feel the feeling of just giving back to those that in need of food?
Well, there's so many people that's hungry in our communities, and it's more than just praying for them. It's more than just praying about it. You actually have to go out there and do something about it. So me and my brother Fred, he's not here at the moment, was able to provide over 100 boxes of food that we'll be able to bless anybody with, no matter if you are hungry or no matter if you are full. We want to make sure you get blessed in the future and now.
Okay, and just a quick question. How long have you been in this business? How long have you been in this doing it for a while?
Technically all my life, but legally, I've been doing it about 6 years.
Okay.
Great. So I just want to say thank you for coming. My last question would be, what is your favorite part about this event? What has been the most exciting part about being here?
I mean, what's more important than the kids? That's the most exciting part I can really say, to see the smiles, to see the energy, to see the mindset of the young ones being engaged. So there's nothing better than that.
Wow, most definitely. Hey, we want to say thank you for coming. You have a great day, and we definitely appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Definitely, no problem.
Hey, we're back. Walt Kirkland here. Thank you for watching that segment. We got some young guys in the His A. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Yeah, so we got DeAndre and Mario. Man, you sound like singers.
We get that a lot.
Yeah. Tell us about what you're doing in the community.
Sure. So what we're doing to the community, we have a podcast called First Table.
First Table.
And what we're doing, we're bringing, the things that we learned, the struggles that we have, and just different things.
Is that why you did the show? Were you doing the show?
Yes. It's pretty much so we can educate people that look like us, walk like us, talk like us.
People of color, yes.
Yes. Yeah. And we just want to, just bring everything that we know and professionals, to those young.
So what's your endpoint vision? You want to help the youth, help people like your peer group, and try to make a difference in the community?
Yes.
So
what's your endpoint vision?
Our main focus is to give back to those that give that second opinion, give that second voice.
I like that.
Second voice. Like, some people really grow up and they don't have that mentor. They don't have that
a
father figure.
Yes.
They go in, they say, oh, how important is networking? How important is financing, like
relationships,
financing,
budgeting, everything.
So our topics tend to touch on something to give them that knowledge, give them a little taste, or give them that piece of information like, yes, you need this. This is essential in life. You need this.
So time out. You're 23?
Yes. 23 years old, yeah.
Why? Why are you doing this? This is amazing.
I'll say the reason why we're doing this is because I'm not the man. Like, this appearance right here, this wasn't
That's
me.
Not you?
This is me, but this wasn't me like 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, I found myself in a place where I didn't have as much knowledge as I have today, because I would thank my mentor for it, and this is the reason why I'm giving back, because he changed me. That's a change of my life.
What did he do?
He showed me how important how networking, how important school is, how important the goal is. He really gave me that vision I needed, and I feel as though now that I have that vision, I want to share it. I want to express it to the young millennials out there, to let them know, like, hey, this is really important. This is really what you need. This is really the tools that you need, the guidance that you need to take you from that one step to the next step.
Do you know how important what you're doing? Because the young millennials don't think like you. I was the founding president of 100 Black Men, and these youth are struggling. I commend you. What about you? Why are you doing this?
So at a young age, I realized that I was blessed, coming from St. Louis to Maryland.
From St. Louis?
Yes.
Okay.
So I seen the better side of things, right? And so I've always believed in having a mentor, and always believed, in just going in the right direction. And so I always told myself, when I get the opportunity, I want to, each one teach one. I want to be able to give back, myself. So we just got presented, and we took advantage of it. And this is something that we like to do. This isn't something that's like part-time. This is something that we really love and we feel passionate about. And you can hear it within our voices. So
your mission is to inspire. So I guess that's from your family and what's happened in your history. Is that why you want to inspire, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So what's your mission with the show itself? So you basically want to get people involved, help the millennials, and you've done some. I saw your video. So you did something in the community too.
Yes.
Correct.
So you want to be involved in the community.
Yes. So our vision is to. We believe in the power of encouragement to change habits.
Power of encouragement.
Yes, to change habits, perspectives, and most importantly, the community. So we take, like I said, what we know and we want to teach. Our mission is to, sorry, I got a little nervous.
That's
here.
okay.
So our mission is to inspire change beyond limits. So what we mean by that is, if you feel like, you've already, reached your cap, or you feel like, you can't do any more, that's really just a glass ceiling that's above you. We want to teach, and we want to encourage people that you can go even further than you are right now.
Right. Well, some of these youth, at least in Prince George's County, don't believe they're going to live past 21 years old.
You know, and that's unfortunate. You know, and
they struggle.
I agree.
So they need you.
I would say, for me personally,
and you got to be authentic.
You're right.
Most definitely. That's why we're more relatable, because we know where they came from. And I believe personally, the main thing is, I believe it only takes one statement, one word, one voice to change somebody's life, change their perspective. And that one voice, they can take it and they're going to carry with them, and they're going to take it and they're going to grow. Right. And they're going to grow, and they're going to find themselves evolving, becoming a better person than they are today, just similar to how my process was.
That's profound what you just said. I tell my mentees it's a moment of truth. You have a moment of truth to do good, to do bad. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we've done that and you got in trouble.
Yes,
but what you're creating, which I love, is a moment of truth for the youth. Tell the viewers before we close this out about your TV show. You have a community TV show called, was it First Table?
Yes.
What is that about?
So we have a podcast that we run every Saturday. It goes live at 1 p.m. on urbanstylemedia.com. And on our podcast, we have every week it's a different topic.
Different topic.
We're touching all topics from, like I said, from financial to relationships to personal to business to college. We want to reach as many people as possible. So on that show, we have experienced professionals come on. They might give us insight. They just help us bring in that professional, but also that experience. No, we would love to. We would love to. We definitely got to invite you. But we do that every Saturday. And like
every Saturday?
Yes, and we're new to this. This is actually, I believe, our 4th or 5th month. Yeah. So it's definitely been a journey, and we love it because we're actually learning in the process while teaching others.
So we got 1 minute to go here. So what parting words do you want to have for the viewers? Anything you want to talk about?
Yes.
Fire away.
We want to talk about the future, most importantly.
Most definitely.
So we have a lot of good things coming up. We want to hold a conference to where we can actually have people come out.
Tell us about the conference.
Yeah, so we have a conference coming in April. We're still trying to get the location.
What's the mission and vision of the conference?
To really just expand and just teach everything that's kind of been on our show.
30 seconds. Go ahead. So guest speakers.
Yes, we're gonna have guest speakers. We're gonna have a live audience. We're gonna be there, of course. So we're gonna be able to interact.
I want to be a part of that. I want to help you with that.
Okay.
I think you need a little more senior gray hair, if you will.
Oh no, definitely.
But I want to thank you, man. We got to close this out.
Okay.
And I really appreciate both of you. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much.
You encourage me. You motivate me, and we need you, man. So. The world needs youth like you, so God bless you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to transition out, and this is a great show. I appreciate Mel. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
And then we're going to have more shortly coming up. We have some great people. We have, oh my God, MFL, Richard Miles, the founder of the MFL, and one of the owners of the Maryland Coach. So it's an exciting time. He just got back from Super Bowl, so don't go anywhere. Historic movers and shakers on Kirkland's Korner.
NFL, we're the minor league system, 32 teams across the country. I own the MFL network. I have a radio and sports show. Hopefully we can get him on.
Absolutely.
I know how busy you are.
Absolutely.
But, and I think what Charles alluded to earlier, black people, we are the big consumers in America.
Yes, we are.
We have nothing to show
yes,
for
we
it.
are.
But we have franchising opportunity available. That's very important. Now, the MFL is not new. We've been around for 25 years.
Yes, we have, right.
And more importantly, the NFL, we had several meetings with them. In fact, we had another one, and we got another one.
How did it go?
January 7th. It went great. It went great.
Congratulations.
But I want them to understand that this is not for sale.
I see. So you're not trying to sell this?
No. I want to have people of color that own these franchises.
So why are you doing that? Are you trying to for the business development? Are you trying to help your people? Tell the viewers why you're doing it.
Absolutely. We're talking about economic development.
Okay.
And most people of color never have money to pass on to the kids.
Yes.
That's because we never had none. So now this is an opportunity for us to own something. This is the first time that we, as people of color, get an opportunity to own something.
That's awesome.
And right now, it's been overwhelming. Different people we've been talking to.
Yes.
A lot of people getting the message right now, and I'm excited. I can't say thanks enough to you and what you do. But the MFL is here. You can contact us. Our website is mflishere.com, and Facebook, 3 letters, MFL. And everybody say MFL. The minor football league, I said no, money for life. When you own one of them.
There we go.
When you own one of these franchises, you got money for life. So, and we're talking about jobs where there are no jobs. And also we have to look at our young youth which we had programs,
Awesome.
no thugs, no drugs, early youth offender program, conflict resolution. These are some of the things that we're doing in the minor football league. So we're really excited about what we're doing.
Basically, I'm a network consultant for Graffiti Consulting. I'm the president and the owner. Also the owner for the new MFL football club for Maryland.
Congratulations.
Yeah, yes. So, you know, the Maryland Courts. So we're trying to bring...
Now, why did you do that? Why did you get involved with that?
Oh, yeah, I got involved because I discovered that a lot of people that play the game, they only play the game, they don't have anything to show for it. So basically, what we want to do is that the black race, we are the biggest consumers. What we try to do is to, you know, educate people, create awareness, economic development, and show people that they too can own something. They too can be part of the decision-making process. I used to share my story with my brothers, how I work for NASA and NOAA, and we would do all this different invention, research, deployment, design. When on the day of the cutting of the ribbon, we are never around. You know, you see the people who comes out and then they take the glory. You know, so but now we can actually write our own story.
You write our own story.
And anybody can be part of this. What we're trying to do is to get people from every community come out and invest. We have what is called crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding, yes.
You can be part of this, so you can own something. There's no height that is too high for us any longer. You know.
Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm Walt Kirkland. Welcome back to Kirkland's Corner. Now, joining me now, what a phenomenal group of guys. Please welcome Richard Miles. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Charles Alawoli, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And you?
These young men, first of all, Richard just got back from the Super Bowl. Can you talk about that for a second, please?
Just a second, because I don't want too many people to hate. How about them Patriots?
How about them? By the way, he was the Patriots, by the way. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, it was what it was. And I think the Rams did a pretty good job, but I know inexperience will hurt them. And down the stretch, as you see, inexperience shows. And if you've never been there, then it takes some getting used to, and they just wasn't ready.
Yeah, what a blessing. So you played with the Patriots when?
From 79 to 85.
Strong safety, right?
Absolutely. Arizona State.
That's my
Sun
man.
Devil.
That's my man. And Charles, tell us why you own one of these developmental football teams.
Oh, the opportunity was too big to pass on.
Why?
So this is the first time in a very long time that something this big is being given to us or presented to us.
Yes.
So just like I said before, the people of black race, we are the biggest consumers. We play the sports. We play the game. We made it possible.
I never looked at it that way.
Yes, but we never have anything to show for it. You know, we never get a seat at the table. But now this has been presented to us, and number one, my whole goal is to show people that it's possible. Is to, you can change people if you're able to change their mindset. So we need to start, changing our mindset.
So, Richard, tell the viewers about why you formed this and what's the history, real quick.
Absolutely. As you know, everybody has a minor league system in other sports except the NFL.
Yes. Right.
So it's a need for a minor league system in terms of a developmental league. Most people say that's college. As you know, college players are not really ready to play international football. The systems are different. The techniques are different.
Yes.
So that what propelled me to start the minor football league.
Amazing. And tell the viewers about how many teams, what does it look like, real quick?
Oh, absolutely. 32 teams across the country.
Wow.
The MFL have the MFL Network, which we have our own show and sports show as well.
Yes.
And it gives an opportunity. My premise is what bringing former players from the field to the front office. GM positions, coaching position. I mean, these are the opportunities that people of color don't necessarily have the opportunity to do. Yes. So that's why I was so excited about starting this. And speaking of the Super Bowl, down there I ran into a lot of my old colleagues and a lot of other people. Absolutely. And they knew about the MFL and they was excited. We also partnered up with James Duke. You probably remember him, former NFL player, played with the Atlanta Falcons, center for years. And he have a program, Put Your Dukes Up, and they talk about the concussion protocol and the fact that liquid fusion thing. And of course, we're going to partner with the NFL because I think that's something great too, and the opioid problem, that's a big deal here now. So I think that this is something that we and former athletes need to get involved with, along with, kids. You have a lot of people that concussion is a big thing.
So, Richard, tell the viewers, what does it look like? What is the prototype for your athlete? Are these people that are in college? Are these what kind of athlete are you looking for?
Absolutely. We want the best of the best, just like the NFL do. But as you know, it's not that you're not good enough to play in the NFL. There's not enough room. Some guys not develop. Absolutely. Some guys not develop enough. So we have combines coming up. Our season run from June to August. We in that gap there. As we stated earlier, 32 teams around the country. And we get ready to start our combines. We still signing some more GMs that's flying in this week. So we're excited about this, and the league. You heard about it. The MFL is here.
It's here. Now, Charles, tell the viewers about your team and the success of your team. How's your team done? Have you been an owner for several years, or?
Yes. First of all, I just want to take a look at your show and congratulate you.
Oh,
this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful set.
Oh, thank you,
I feel like I'm on Oprah.
Charles, I know I like it for some reason. Thank you, my friend.
About the team, about the Maryland Colts. So basically, it's our plan for the Colts is to, number one, leverage technology with sports. We want to see how we can create an environment whereby people can be part of what we're doing, be able to invest. We don't want, what we're looking for is partnership. We don't just want people to come in, pay for the game, buy the concessions, and buy the apparels. Be part of this. You can
So how can you become a partner with this?
Yeah, we have different vehicles and programs. We talk about the crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding, yes.
We're getting people together. Just come. You don't have to have a lot of money to do this. Come as a group, come as individuals. All we need is for you to have the will to be able to part of this, and I know that it's possible.
What type of investment are you looking for? Give the viewers. Is it several thousand? Is it?
Well, it's
how does it work?
Yeah, excuse me, Charles. It's not. The team's franchises varies. $250,000 down.
Oh, I see.
We get you a franchise.
Oh, is
the
that
franchise start at 2.5.
2.5.
But what's more importantly about this, we want women general managers.
Why is that, Richard? Why is that,
Because we want to make sure everybody sit at the table. We want everybody, and now you're talking about economic development right now. Jobs where there are no jobs. You think about once a professional franchise come in, then you're talking about the universities around, because we had a meeting with the HBCU presidents and stuff. A lot of different kids, they can intern in their own state now. They don't have to go cross state to go get an intern job. You can do all that right here in the MFL.
So we got 1 minute to go, Richard. I want you to close out the segment. What do you want to tell the viewers about the MFL and about how to get involved? What's your...
Oh, absolutely. You can contact, you can reach us on mflishere.com.
MFL.com.
Absolutely. We're on all the social medias. You can call us 240-551-8031.
One more time. Phone number.
240-551-8031. We're based in the national capital, which I'm a native Washingtonian.
Yes, sir.
We want people to, we want everybody that's interested in sports or interested in their careers. We're talking about not just job, but a career. This is where you get a career at. And the MFL, we joke jokingly about this, but they say the MFL, and they say, the minor football league. I said, no, money for life if you own one of these franchises.
So what you're doing is it's a new sensation. You're teaching people of color. You're teaching anybody about ownership. Charles, I commend you when you're taking a stab at that.
Thank you.
You got 30 seconds. Anyone of you?
Yeah, so I just want to let our people know it is okay to aim high. It is okay to change our ideology. We are the biggest. We are the biggest consumers. Let us start thinking about owning, having a seat at the table. It is our game anyway. It is our community, and why don't we should be able to own something. Be able to control the narratives.
Right.
And also, just want to let people know that if you are not on Kirkland Korner, you are not doing it.
I like this guy. Thank you, man. Charles, man, you're the best. Richard, God bless you.
Thank you.
And, I look forward to partnering with you and help you develop this league.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Coming up next, Tommy Thompson. Dr. Tommy Thompson, CPA, president of Basilio Cobb Associates. The man on the move here on Kirkland's Corner.
You're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it. Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
But Tommy, tell them about what we talked about we were at the Gaylord about a think tank in Prince George's County. There's a lot of good things happening. Tommy, tell them about what we should be doing in Prince George's County.
Well, you know, what was apparent at the inauguration of
Angela Osbrook's, right.
Our first female county executive,
outstanding,
was that we needed to rally around her. And one of the ways that we felt that we could rally around her was to put together empowerment think tank.
Yes.
I mean, that was your idea.
It was.
But we were in the room, we were talking, and it was clear that we had a lot of intellectual power, a lot of financial power, a lot of spiritual power in that room. And the thing was, how do we harness that to create policy that changes things for the better for our people?
Welcome back. Walt Kirkland here. I'm with the legend here. He's a friend. He's a family man. Dr. Tommy Thompson, how are you, sir?
Great. How you doing?
Man,
Happy New Year.
Man, I'm looking at your resume here, man. It's just, I can't believe it. $450 billion in asset management, $67 billion in economic development, $3 billion in procurement, $120 million in small minority-owned, women-owned procurement process. I mean, you're just a game changer, and you know, you are right. You're a value-centered servant leader. So, Tommy Thompson, thank you for taking the time to be on our show. I really appreciate you, brother. So,
thank you.
Tell them about who Tommy Thompson is. I mean, you ran for county exec.
True.
So, what keeps you up at night, Tommy?
Well, you know, I love Prince George's County. I love it.
You do.
I love it. I love it. And what I'm most focused on is helping people, helping our underserved communities become part of the mainstream. That's what I'm focused on right now, Walter. I was born in D.C., but I was raised in Prince George's County, in Capitol Heights.
Capitol Heights, right.
In Capitol Heights, yeah, where I played football. That's the extent of my football career.
In Capitol Heights.
They were talking about the MFL earlier on your
yeah,
show.
right.
You know, I made it through Capitol Heights Boys and Girls Club, but I went to public schools here. I'm a CPA by technical trade.
Yes.
You know, I've got a PhD in philosophy. I've had an eclectic career that includes government service, private sector service, and we're doing quite a bit right now in the area of real estate development.
Tell the viewers about that. I know we talked about this in your hotel room in the Gaylord, some of the stuff you're doing. So what's with that development?
Well, you know, amazingly so, what this administration has done that a lot of people don't know about is they've changed the tax code and they've incentivized investors to develop underserved communities.
So what does that mean? What's the layman's perspective?
It's called the opportunity zones, and it's called capital that's going to be reinvested in our underserved communities across the country.
What type of dollars and cents?
Well, you're talking $6 trillion in unrealized capital gains that are eligible for this investment.
You're kidding me, Tommy.
$6 trillion.
Come on.
$6 trillion.
With a T.
6T.
So
6T.
How do we get involved with that, Tommy? What should the viewers be doing in terms of this type of, new development?
Well, first thing, you want to get educated. You want to get educated on it, because with this new tax incentive, think about this. Long-term capital gains, we mentioned $6 trillion that's out there right now. It's all eligible to be invested. The investments are going to be in our communities. And this is the link. This is the responsible part. Our leadership needs to work with the private sector to make sure that we benefit from this new investment. So what do we have to do? We have to prepare residents, prepare businesses to be a part of the revitalization strategy, integral part of the revitalization strategy. One of the things that we've done is we've got an organization where we have mobilized capital for investment into opportunity zone communities.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So let's navigate a little differently.
Sure.
We talked about, and I really appreciate you, brother, about maybe forming a think tank. Could you expound on that in terms of bringing people like yourself and me together? How might we structure that, and why do you think that's important in Prince George's County?
Well, I think earlier there was a really good conversation about legacy wealth. And
Mel Franklin, yes.
Yeah, Mel Franklin. And we know that our new county executive, we heard throughout the process, legacy wealth. Well, legacy wealth begins with education, right?
Yes.
But I'm not going to get into that, but capital investment into our underserved communities will help the entire county.
Underserved, yes.
Will help the entire county. So when we talked about our think tank, we talked about how, since we know $6 trillion across the United States is going to be somewhat invested over the next 18 months, probably $150 billion to start. But over the course of this whole program, this legislation, maybe somewhere around, even if it's, let's say, $3 trillion. The question is, are we positioning ourselves so that we can be a part of this economic transformation? This is big.
This is huge,
big.
Tommy.
A lot of people will say, well, it's not the silver bullet. Well, if it's not the silver bullet, I don't know what is a silver bullet.
Yes. Well, I
don't know what is a silver bullet.
I want to commend you on your success. I mean, you have really impacted a lot of different. I mean, I think you have. Don't you do a country right now? Don't you maintain
No, we do have an office, the CPA firm, Basilio Cobb Associates.
Yes, and you're the president?
I'm president of the firm, and we do have an office in Guyana, South America, and they just discovered oil down there. So,
well, Tommy, we're gonna have to come bring you back because we're running out of time.
Okay.
What could you close out with the viewers about anything right now?
Well, vision is necessary.
Yes.
Right? Dreams are necessary.
Yes.
And I believe that we have to have a mindset of what other people believe is impossible. We got to say it is possible. It's our time. You hear that over and over again, but who's willing to do the hard work to put the pieces in play?
I know.
So that we can benefit. That's what our think tank is about.
Yes.
Bringing the thought leadership in place around an economic development transformation policy that turns into money in people's pockets. I want to see black millionaires. I'm just going to call it like I see it. I'm not against anybody else being millionaires. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see some black millionaires.
Well,
I want to see a black billion-dollar company right here in Prince George's County.
You heard it. Tommy Thompson, thank you, brother. We're going to have you back. He's going to be on our show again. This man is amazing. He's a good friend. I want to thank you for your time. How did he get a hold of you real quick?
Well, you can get a hold of me via my website.
Which is what?
Why don't we do, I got so many, T. Thompson at eastcoastrealtyventures.com.
Tommy Thompson, doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, on Kirkland's Corner, we have the mayor of Marlboro. the Mayor Turner coming up after this break. She's a 32-year-old young African-American woman making a lot of change in Upper Marlboro. The first African-American woman back on Kirkland's Corner.
Every year, millions of working American families and their children hide their struggle with hunger. It doesn't need to be that way. Hunger hides, but we can help.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
I do solemnly swear to bear true faith and allegiance.
To help you when you're in need.
To be courageous and strong.
For better.
For worse. To be your loving, faithful friend, child, parent, neighbor.
Learn how you can help a veteran experiencing mental health challenges at maketheconnection.net.
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Welcome back to Kirkland's Corner. Hope you're enjoying the show. I'm here with the mayor of Upper Marlboro. Oh, Ms. Turner, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
And thank you so much. And I'm looking at your impressive resume here. 32 years old young, huh?
Yes, that's right.
And where are you from?
I'm from West Africa, Cameroon.
Oh, my goodness. So, and I'm looking at your vision. How does it feel to be the first African-American woman to be the mayor of Upper Marlboro?
I think it's exciting. I think for me, it's been just a wonderful opportunity to really transcend the racial barriers. You know, being the first African-American mayor in over 300 years. Can you imagine? Yes, a county that is 70% minority, having the first African-American mayor in the town of Upper Marlboro. So it's history making, but I'm very excited to be there.
Tell the viewers about your initiatives. I'm looking at some of your initiatives. You got some good programs you have in place, strategic engagements. Tell them about your community initiatives and policy changes.
Yeah, so one of the things I always like to say before I kind of go into that is kind of giving people a history of where we've come from.
There we are.
So the town was established in 1706, and in 1721, the Maryland State Charter actually mandated that the town become the county seat for Prince George's County.
I learned something.
Yeah, so the town of Upper Marlboro is the capital for Prince George's County. So we are the Annapolis, as Annapolis is to Maryland, we are that to Prince George's County.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when you think about the town of Upper Marlboro, the first thing that people need to remember is that we are the seat of government. And so having said that, one of the things that we want to make sure that we capitalize on is ensuring that the seat of government is reflective of that. So economic development, community engagement, infrastructure support, these are all the things that we are focused on within the town of Upper Marlboro. So when you visit places like Georgetown, Bethesda, Rockville, what do you think of, right? You think of wonderful places to eat, safe communities, community engagement, wonderful places to engage, and a certain caliber comes with those kind of environments. And so when you think about the town of Upper Marlboro, those are the type of things we want you to think about. Safe communities, community engagement, economic development, because we deserve that just as much as those other areas. Another thing I always like to remind people is that when you think about the per capita capita income of the places like Rockville and Georgetown. It's the same in Upper Marlboro. You know, we have a per capita income of $150,000 per household.
Didn't know
and
that.
So we are deserving of having wonderful places to be able to take our family and
Mayor,
friends.
isn't Maryland one of the most wealthiest states in the country?
It is, and Prince George's County has the wealthiest amount of African Americans per capita in the nation.
Interesting. So what's on the pipeline or the future that you think you might be kind of impacting in Upper Marlboro in the coming years?
So one of the things that we are highly focused on is economic development. When you drive down our Main Street, one of the very evident focal points of that Main Street area is that there's a gap in the number of businesses and places that residents and visitors alike can take advantage of. So our focal point for the next 2 years is really going to be capitalizing on economic development, engaging with our public partners, our private partners, developers, and state partners to ensure that we really bring economic development to the forefront for the town.
That's outstanding, and I want to commend you on your professionalism. I mean, your staff, your chief of staff, you really have a great group of people as you move forward in public offices. So what are some of the other community initiatives that you'd like to maybe put in specifically for the community versus the economic? What community initiatives are you working on?
So one of the things that was evident when I took into office is that there was a gap in community engagement. When you have a first African American mayor taking the seat over 300 years, you have to ask yourself why.
How about that?
You have to ask yourself, what are the reasons for there being such a long time coming before someone of my color can sit at the seat? And that's been evident because there's been a disconnect between various members within the community, whether it be race, age, or sex. And so one of the things that my administration has been focusing on is really bringing that together, making sure that people are feeling included in the process.
Inclusive.
So we've been doing a number of community activities, from movie nights to poetry slams, involving the children. And so for us, it's really building a sense of community where everyone feels like they're included in the process.
What's your why, Mayor? You have a quite impressive background. What's your why? Why are you doing this?
So I didn't start this off saying that I wanted to be mayor, right? I started off this journey saying I wanted to serve.
Serve, yes.
And wanting to serve led me on this journey. So I'll tell you a little quick story. I was attending these town hall meetings, and one of the things that became very evident to me was there was no one that looked like me in the room. There was no person of color in those town hall meetings. And so I left there feeling very kind of disturbed because, here we are in a community that's over, again, 70% minority, and yet we're not represented in the room.
How about that?
So I started galvanizing my neighbors and friends and saying, listen, we have to be a part of the process. In order to do that, we have to show up and we have to be present. And so for me, the why in becoming the mayor is really about servanthood.
Excellent.
And really making sure that I have an opportunity to serve.
So as we close out this segment, I want to thank you for taking your time.
Sure.
And congratulations. What parting words you want to have for the viewers as it relates to Upper Marlboro and the mayor of Upper Marlboro?
One of the things I want viewers to know is that, again, we are the capital for Prince George's County, and whereas we may have been overlooked in the past, I want us to all remember that the town of Upper Marlboro is awake, it's no longer asleep, and we're open for business.
And you're on the map.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining us. This has been Kirkland's Corner. I hope you've enjoyed this segment. And Mayor, I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
You're going to do an outstanding job.
Thank you so much.
All right, so we're going to close this out, and we'll talk to you soon. This is Kirkland's Corner, and we'll see you soon.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Because of you, I feel not alone in this world. And you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.